guys, it's Layla and welcome back to my life. For today's video, I am going to be showing you my morning and nighttime skincare routine. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, okay, you definitely can, but as you can see, I have acne. So I think all of my products except one is Mario Badescu from the acne kit. So that's basically what I use, but I will go in depth of the names and stuff. Sorry about the lighting, it's raining and super dark and gloomy, so sorry about the shadow behind me, and sorry I look like this. I didn't really plan on doing my hair for this intro because again it is my life and I look like this most of the time. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So I'm just going to start by taking off my glasses, and you'll notice later in the video, but I only do this in the morning. So I'm just going to brush out my hair, and I first put it in a high ponytail and then move it back so that it turns into a messy bun. And I like pulling my messy bun so that it looks more messy and not like an actual bun. The first thing I'm using is the Acne Facial Cleanser. So this is just a normal cleanser, and along with most of my products, it is from the Mario Badescu Acne Kit. But before I use the actual cleanser, I'm going to wet my face, then put a little bit in the palm of my hand. Then I like giving myself a little massage when I put it on my face. I'm just rinsing it off, and when I'm done I'm just going to dry off my face, and then I will show you the next product. Next, I'm using the Cucumber Cleansing Lotion, and to apply this I'm using a cotton pad, and I know the one I show in the clip, the first clip, is super green, and the one I actually use is clear, and that's just because the one I used was the emptier one and I wanted to show you the more full one and what it looks like when it actually comes. Now I'm just using my fingers, and I like just giving it a few pinches so that the cleansing lotion just spreads evenly throughout the cotton pad. So what this does, it just gets any extra dirt that the cleanser didn't get out, just so that I have a nice and clean face. that I am done, I like fanning my face just so that my face isn't soaking when I move on to the next step. So the next thing that I'm using is a drying cream. So what this does is it protects all the pimples throughout the day from dirt and bacteria, which is what could aggravate pimples and cause them to stay for longer. So the trick that I've learned is to not put it on too thick or not use too much, because I'll show you in a second, but it just doesn't blend in and you get all splotchy and there's white spots all over when you use too much. And I like putting this over any pimples I have, any spots where I usually get pimples, so I know, okay, there's always going to be one there, so I always put them there, which is usually around my nose and on my chin. I know a lot of people get pimples on their cheeks, but that's not really what I get. So I just put it on the places where I usually get them, and I put it over any existing pimples. So here I'm just putting too much. I like to think I did it intentionally, but my face says otherwise. So as you can see already in this shot, where I'm not even showing you how splotchy and how horrible it looks, as you can see how bad that is, I just like wetting my finger. I'm not sure why I showed you my finger, but I like wetting my finger and just using the water from that to kind of dissolve it and make it easier to spread. And also this stuff smells really bad, but I think it might be one of the things that helped the most. So I know my friend, she stopped using it because it smelled bad. I was so tempted to do that too, but then I started seeing how well it works. And that's it for my morning routine. For my nighttime routine, I just use basically the same product except one. So I decided to do a mask just so it's a little bit more interesting for you guys to watch. And the mask I'm using is the Cup of Coffee from Lush, and I must say it smells amazing. Like it says, I left the link in the description, so if you want to get it, you can get it for yourself. So I'm just like the morning, I'm just going to start with my cleanser, my cleansing lotion, and then I'll show you the one product that differs. And for some reason I found my clumpy eyelash super funny. What was I thinking? But as you can see, this is really interesting. I didn't brush my hair, so that just proves that I'm more lazy at night than in the morning. So now that I'm done with the basic things, I guess you could say, I'm going to apply the mask. So on the container it claims that the mask is stimulating because of the caffeine, and because there's coffee grounds in there, it should be exfoliating as well. I was really scared to try this because I've never tried a mask from Lush. I don't know how my skin gonna react, but I must say afterwards I feel like it worked, but yet again I've never done a mask that claims to be those two things before. So while I apply this mask, I have a little question, and you can answer it down in the comments. But when you do a face mask, if you do them, do you put it like on the sides where, like next to your eyes? I used to do that and it got stuck in my hair and it just was really hard to get out, and sometimes it would hurt. So I just stopped doing that, and I think it works better. So let me know down in the comment section if you put the mask next to your eyes by those little itty bitty hairs. Of a fun fact, I guess you could say, but I actually got this mask in a challenge that I did with my family, where my mom gave me 5 minutes to buy anything from any website, and I chose Lush, and I actually got a bubble bar and a bath bomb from Lush as well. She ended up telling me I can't get 4 other products because the shipping was way too expensive. But I wish I would have filmed it. It was a really fun experience, and my sister, she's really basic. She's like a doll or sweet. She's like a basic child, so for her it was really easy. A filter here because I was trying to be a model and I'm clearly not, so enjoy. But when that's over, you can just sit there for 2 seconds while I wait for 10 minutes. So this is me 10 minutes later. It doesn't really look any different, but like the package instructed, I'm rubbing in little circles to get the exfoliation that it says it has, and it was really easy to get off, but it did leave a lot of coffee grounds in the sink, and it wasn't nice to clean up. And lastly, I'm using a drying lotion, and to apply this I'm using a earbud. So I just put this on all my existing pimples, unlike the drying cream. This just dries out the pimples so that they go away, and then I believe Mario Badescu has a few products that are meant to take away acne scars. So once I'm done with this kit, I would move on to the next one. And if you drop that earbud into that bottle, you are going to struggle. I know here it just looks like 2 seconds, but I had to cut out the rest because it generally took forever. And I'm so happy I got the good part, and I'm glad I took a break and came back because that made it easier for me to cut. So that's me all done. Bye.